Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Cantor Sidney Langer. Please be seated.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the evening, Chief of Staff of New York Medical College, Vilma Bordonaro, and physician, author, and president of the Population Health Strategies, Michael Krupane.
Thank you all for joining us this evening for our annual Founders Dinner. Tonight, there are over 450 guests in attendance, which may be our biggest Founders Dinner yet. This is simply amazing. Thank you. We are here to celebrate three dynamic medical professionals whose dedication and service to New York Medical College and the community is nothing short of remarkable. This evening, we will get to know more about them through our video presentations and hear from a variety of friends and colleagues who will help celebrate their achievements. In an effort to be environmentally kind, our digital journal can be viewed at each table on the iPad. Before we begin, I'd like to make a shout out to New York State Senator Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins, Marcia Gordon from the Business Council of Westchester, and Michael Romita and Amy Allen from Westchester County Association. Thank you for joining us.
Good evening. While we're here to enjoy great food and celebrate our honorees, we're also here to raise funds for the college. All proceeds raised tonight will contribute to the success in educating the next generation of physicians and healthcare providers. You can make a gift by going into this digital journal on your iPad, and you got to go to page 63, and then scan this QR code and make a donation. And if you haven't looked at the silent auction yet, please do so. It closes at 9, so you have a chance after this program. And now, please welcome the Executive Vice President and University Ombudsman of the Touro College and University System, Rabbi Moshe Krupka, who will give the invocation.
If I can ask for your attention for a few moments, please join me in a moment of reflection as we begin our formal program this evening. Tonight, we consider the accomplishments of our cherished institution, our beloved New York Medical College and Touro University, and we pay tribute to our distinguished honorees and colleagues. While we gather in celebration, we also find ourselves together at a time of great uncertainty for all people. The war in the Ukraine, the Middle East impacts all of us. And more, we are baffled by misguided individuals and institutions who applaud or downplay these tragic events. We have witnessed events that make celebrating and focusing on the good work done at New York Medical College even more important. Truly, what we accomplish here together is profound and truly repairs and heals the world. Here, people learn the art of healing and spreading light. And tonight, we have the privilege of honoring three very special individuals who personify this spreading of the light as they advance our vital mission and enhance our institution's prestige. I speak not only of the science, the art of healing, but also of the ethics and the morality that we infuse into our academics, our scholarship, and our clinical training. Dr. Edward Chu, an NYMC alum, is Chief Executive Officer for the Physician Affiliate Group of New York, Chief of Emergency Medicine, Deputy Chief Medical Officer of Harlem Hospital, and a member of the NYMC Board of Advisors. We are indeed fortunate to have him as part of the NYMC family. And now I want to take a moment of personal privilege to talk about our next two honorees who are truly near and dear to my heart, Doctors Rob and Sherlita Amler. Now, we're going to hear a lot of their CV, their accomplishments, their scholarship. At the very foundation, Rob is our dean and Sherlita is the health commissioner for Westchester County. But I'd like to focus on what the two of them together share as a power couple, a team that ensures the health of their community, of our institution, and truly all of humanity. During the terrible days of COVID, when there was great fear and confusion and darkness, Rob and Sherlita were our go-to guides. Together, and as individuals, they were the voices of reason, of knowledge and encouragement. Each of them were in a constant state of giving to our university and truly to all those who required expertise and hand-holding, both literally and figuratively. They did so willingly, passionately, and with the warmth that I have come to expect of these unique individuals. So, dear God, this is going to be a little bit of an unusual invocation. Before we ask for your blessings, we give thanks for the abundance of blessings that we have already received. We are truly thankful that we can count Edward Chu and Sherlita and Rob Amler among these blessings, that we have these individuals as part of the NYMC team and the Touro family. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach Rosh Hashanah, the beginning of the Jewish New Year, and in synagogues all over the world, people will be praying for health, happiness, and peace. Let's join for a moment, each one of us from our own perspective and our own faith, and ask the Almighty to bless us with a new year filled with accomplishment and hope, success, a sweet new year in the merit of all of the good that we as a community have been able to create together here at New York Medical College. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Alan Kadish, President of Touro University.
Good evening, and welcome to our annual Founders Dinner. And as you've heard, probably the biggest crowd ever. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming and supporting New York Medical College. You've heard a bit about our honorees tonight from Rabbi Krupka, and you'll hear much more about them later. But I just want to say a couple of things from a personal standpoint. Dr. Chu, a graduate of New York Medical College's system, is also, in addition to being the Chief Executive Officer of the physician group that staffs the Health and Hospitals Corporation, PAGNI, and does a tremendous amount for the citizens of the New York metropolitan area, is also a member of the Board of Advisors and has helped with our new affiliation with Harlem Hospital. Welcome, Dr. Chu, and thanks for all you've done for us and all you do for the people of New York. In addition to everything they've done for New York Medical College, for the people of Westchester, and for the entire community, Robert and Shalita Amler have always been there for me personally when questions have arisen about policy during COVID, about challenges with environmental health exposure, and about what to do to make the health of our community better. And so, Shalita and Rob, thank you for agreeing to be honored tonight, and thank you for all you've done for New York Medical College and for many of the people in this room. New York Medical College depends upon affiliated hospitals to provide clinical education for our medical students. And tonight with us, we have the former CEO of Metropolitan Hospital, Cristina Contreras, who is now the CEO of Lincoln Hospital, also a new affiliation for New York Medical College. The new CEO of Metropolitan Hospital, which has had more than a 100-year affiliation with New York Medical College, Julian John, is also here tonight. Douglas York, CEO of the Union Community Health Center, an affiliate of our school. Josh Ratner and the leadership of Westchester Medical Center, our major academic affiliate. And delegations from White Plains Hospital, Phelps Hospital, and St. Joseph's at Yonkers. Thank you all for your affiliation. Our major sponsors tonight are Regeneron, who's had a long partnership with New York Medical College as our neighbor and research collaborator, the Boston Children's Health Physicians, and PAGNI, the Physicians Association of the Health and Hospitals Corporation. Thank you for your support. We have with us tonight the deans of the schools of New York Medical College, Neil Schluger, the Dean of the School of Medicine, Marina Holtz, Dean of the School of Biomedical Sciences, and Rob, of course, our longstanding Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Practice. And finally, also with us tonight, Ronnie Myers, Dean of the Touro College of Dental Medicine on the New York Medical College campus, and Erica Berman Rosenzweig, the new Chair of Pediatrics. I won't spend a lot of time telling you about all the successes of New York Medical College over the past year, but we have an outstanding group of 219 first-year medical students out of almost 10,000 applicants who applied to our school, and they're from 22 states, from Canada, and I haven't had a chance to spend that much time with them yet, but they're a phenomenal group who I think will do us proud and contribute to the health of the community going forward. We've also had some major research advances at New York Medical College in the past year, and look forward to collaboration with Touro's two new research institutes, the Lovelace Biomedical Research Institute in Albuquerque and the newly renamed Wiseman Hood Research Institute in Great Falls, Montana. We've already begun research collaborations with scientists at New York Medical College and look forward to a bright future. As you heard, and as you all know, it has been a really challenging time with politics and friction in the United States and throughout the world. I'm proud of our students who are engaged as citizens of the United States or other countries and engaged in social responsibility and moving forward what they believe is best for society as a whole. But one of the things that I found in my current job, which is multifaceted, is that compartmentalization is important. And I'm very proud of the fact that despite the turmoil of COVID and the events of the last year, that our students have remained focused on medical education, remained focused on acquiring the skills they need to contribute to the community. And the campus has not been disrupted despite the engagement of our students as members of society. And I think there are very few places around the country that can be proud of such a record over the past year. And I want to thank our faculty, our students, and our staff for making sure that the work we're doing to educate the next generation of physicians, scientists, and health professionals goes on despite the distractions and despite the challenges that we face. Finally, our students face an enormous debt load to support the activities of New York Medical College. And those of you here tonight who've contributed have gone a long way into helping our students afford their medical education. And I'd ask you to do what you can tonight and in the future to continue to support those students, so that they can make career choices that make the most sense for them and the most sense for society, rather than being overburdened by student debt. Thanks again, everyone, and have a great night.
Thank you, Dr. Kadish. And now we'll begin the awards. The three individuals being honored this evening have gone above and beyond in their service to New York Medical College, to the students, and the community. To help introduce our first honoree, Dr. Edward Chu, recipient of the Jackson E. Spears Award, Community Service Award, please welcome Chair of the NYMC Board of Advisors, Dr. Martin Katzenstein, and fellow Board of Advisor member, Dr. Patricia White. We also welcome Ms. Cristina Contreras, Chief Executive Officer of Lincoln Hospital.
Thanks, Vilma, for that introduction. We are delighted to honor Dr. Ed Chu tonight, who serves as the current CEO for PAGNY and has been crucial to their growth and success. His career is marked by his dedication to advancing emergency medicine, but we also enjoy his expertise and fellow board advisor member of New York Medical College. Ed has joined the Board of Advisors since its inception, and we're proud to have him. And I want to give a shout out to all the members of the Board of Advisors sitting on table 10 and 12. Please get up and get a round of cheer for yourselves for all the good work. And I wish everybody a peaceful and Shana Tova for the coming year. Pat?
Ed has been with us since the founding of the Board of Advisors, and we rely on his unique insights to help us raise important funds for the students. Please enjoy the video that speaks more about our dear friend.
I'm Edward Chu. I'm the Chief of Emergency Medicine at Harlem Hospital and also acting CEO of PAGNI. Harlem Hospital is considered a level 2 trauma center. It's a busy inner city emergency department. Work in emergency medicine, you need to have a broad fund of knowledge of medicine. You don't know what's going to come in next. You have to know a little something about everything. I graduated from New York Medical College in 2003. When I was attending school here, I did my first rotation at Jacobi and Jacobi Montefiore, and I said, this is what I want to do. When you first come out, you just think about taking care of patients. Then over time, I was training new residents on how to take care of patients. Then you go into administration, and now you're thinking about how to improve the department so that your doctors and residents can take better care of patients.
Ed has always been very innovative, very energetic as a leader. We had the opportunity to work on a lot of initiatives in the emergency room, and everyone always embraced it because they saw how compassionate and passionate he was.
Running a company like PAGNI has its own set of challenges. PAGNI's duty is to advocate for salaries and benefits for about 2,300 physicians in 7 of the 11 city hospitals. And we do that while trying to stay within budgets and the context of city cuts right now. When I first took on the role of CEO, the company was operationally not doing well and financially also not in great shape. The way I led this organization, I'm more of a servant leader, so I like to get input from the board, input from the employees of PAGNI, and I bring back to the team and see what we can make happen. I definitely had to turn over a lot of staff, and ultimately the company's in much better shape.
I definitely seen an improvement since Ed Chu has been the CEO of PAGNI in terms of accountability, in terms of leadership. He makes sure that he has the right leaders in place.
His approach is careful, he's wise, he thinks about what are the issues, he finds out the cause of the problem, and he goes after the cause and he fixes it.
I also serve on the board of advisors here at New York Medical College. I'm always thankful and appreciative for what this college has done for me.
Dr. Chu represents the class of students and graduates that New York Medical College produces, not only clinically adept, but also socially responsible for helping others and giving back to the school that he graduated from.
I'm also very thankful and appreciative for the people I've worked with, the people who trained me as a resident. Many of them are here at this founders dinner, and also my colleagues and those who work for me at Harlem Hospital. They're phenomenal, and they're the ones who make me look good.
Please join us in, it's a privilege for me, join us in recognizing and offering this wonderful, prestigious award to Dr. Edward Chu on behalf of New York City Health and Hospital and New York Medical.
And I hold here a New York State Senate proclamation for Ed Chu. Congratulations, Ed. What do we do? Okay, take that with you. Good luck.
Great, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
New York.
No speeches, right? No speeches. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Dr. Chu. We now want to welcome a special guest, Mr. George Latimer, the County Executive for Westchester County. I think he's here.
Very nice to be with you.
It's a great honor to be here tonight, first to see the honoring of Dr. Chu for his outstanding work, and I'm also here to give recognition from all of the county to your other two honorees, Dr. Charlita Amler and Dr. Robert Amler, who will be called up next. As Westchester County Executive, I cannot tell you how I relied on Charlita Amler during this COVID crisis. And in Westchester, we had a better result than most every other place in the state, even though we had the first documented cases, because our Dr. Amler, not that we don't own Robert as well, but Dr. Amler gave us tremendous advice and leadership, and she also was on television to help explain things, and I am eternally grateful, and I believe the people of Westchester, Charlita, are eternally grateful for your leadership and your service. And before I leave the podium, I want to thank Dr. Kadish for his leadership. This institution is an outstanding participant in the Westchester community. It brings not only the presence of people who live here and work here, but an academic quality that reflects well on the county at large. So Dr. Kadish and your team, thank you for outstanding work for this college. It's an honor for me to be here, and salute to Dr. Amlers as well as Dr. Chu. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome from New York Medical College Board of Trustees, Chairman Joseph Mark, to say a few words about Dr. Robert Amler and Dr. Charlita Amler, this year's William Cullen Bryant Awards recipient, who personally have also given me a lot of good advice over the years. Thank you.
First of all, just on behalf of myself and the other members of the Board of Trustees who are here this evening, want to thank you so much for joining us and making this this unbelievably successful event that it is, and welcome all of you here tonight. Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to speak about our two honorees who, as a couple, are a pretty dynamic force, but individually boast many incredible accomplishments, including a collective 4 decades in public health serving the community at large. Dr. Robert Amler is at the helm of the College's School of Health Sciences and Practice, launching career-enhancing opportunities and interdisciplinary initiatives, while Dr. Charlita Amler serves as Westchester County's Commissioner of Health, the longest serving in New York State, leading through several vital public health issues. Both are active leaders during the pandemic, offering calm reassurance through a challenging and unknown storm. I could go on about their many accomplishments, including serving under several presidential administrations, but let's hear more about them in the video. Please.
I'm Dr. Robert Amler, Vice President for Government Affairs here at New York Medical College. I'm also Dean of the School of Health Sciences and Practice. I've been with New York Medical College for almost 20 years.
There's something different about Robert Amler's deanship. He has been in the trenches in the Public Health Service and the CDC. He has real stories to teach the students, and he remains a practicing pediatrician.
Over the time I've been here, I've been able to help us garner almost $50 million in additional grants, contracts, and broad agency agreements that supported expansion of our programs, expansion of our buildings, the addition of a dental school, and many other programs to enhance the education of our students.
I was a relatively new senator when I met Dr. Amler. He came up to Albany and he described his vision for the biotechnology incubator. He convinced me that this was such an important thing to do that I began convincing my leadership how important it was. And ultimately, the biotechnology incubator was launched.
And I was really pleased that I had the opportunity to, as a member of the Mid-Hudson Regional Economic Development Council, to bring in almost $5 million for that bioincubator. And that's how we started our relationship.
I was in government at many levels for more than 25 years. When my team and I go in to meet with an elected official, we understand what's important to their constituents and how supporting New York Medical College and its many programs helps those constituents lead healthier and better lives.
I've traveled with Robert down to D.C., where he's worked the halls of Congress to help bring funding back to the college and back to New York State. And there's really no one better that can navigate the marriage between the federal government and the state government.
We were able to develop a center for disaster medicine that is now a statewide asset, training first responders, hospital personnel, and the general public. Another focus of mine has been children's environmental health.
Is one of the inventors of the field of pediatric environmental medicine. In 2008, he walked into my office unannounced and said we should open up a Children's Environmental Health Center. And together, we co-founded the Children's Environmental Health Center of the Hudson Valley.
We've seen literally thousands of patients, and I still see patients one day a week doing specialized environmental consults.
And now hundreds of New York Medical College students are becoming engaged in environmental care.
I think Dr. Amler has an infectious personality that gets people interested in public health. In this past year, we've had the highest number of students ever pursuing joint degrees in medicine and public health.
When I walk around with him, I often joke it's like walking around with the mayor because everyone stops to talk to him.
It's an incredible honor to be awarded the William Cullen Bryant Award. I'm told we are the first couple that's received this award as a couple. And for us, personally and professionally, this is just stupendous.
I'm Dr. Shirlita Amler, Commissioner of Health for Westchester County. Disease control has been a passion of mine, and being prepared for whatever the disease that occurs.
Shirlita Amler is really someone who has devoted her life to the practice of public health. Started her career at CDC, ultimately came up to New York and was the Commissioner of Health in Putnam County, and now serves as the Commissioner of Health in Westchester County. And that's an incredibly important job.
Dr. Amler is a real person. She's real. When she calls us about an issue, it's a focused, compassionate conversation.
I got a call from New York State Department of Health at about 2 o'clock in the morning to tell me that we had one of the first COVID cases in the United States. We had been kind of training for this for a long time, and so we just, jumped into action.
We had the challenge of determining how to prevent the spread of the disease with masking. But throughout all of this, Shirlita Amler was a steady force.
One of the things I learned at CDC is that you have to be honest with the public about what you know and don't know. And really that's what we had to do with COVID, was to keep the trust of people, share with them what we knew, and be honest with what we didn't know. Once we had the vaccine, we really tried our hardest to vaccinate as many people as we could. We went into people's homes, homeless shelters, you name it, we were there.
We could turn to her and have a confidence in her advice. And the advice that she gave, which we followed to the greatest degree, wound up being the right advice. It got us through this crisis.
The thing I'm most proud of is the Narcan program that I started back in 2015. I think we have trained almost 12,000 people. I have no idea how many lives we've saved, but I do know it's more lives than I could ever have done as a private practitioner and in my pediatric office.
To be that respected, to be repeatedly reappointed by Republicans and Democrats in various counties is a tribute to her skill set as a physician and as a communicator.
She has really prioritized service for the residents of Westchester County and just throws her whole self into ensuring the best for our county.
Shirlita Amler is a great friend of New York Medical College, a friend and I think a role model and an inspiration.
Together with David Markison and my husband, we kind of co-founded the concept of the Center for Disaster Medicine. I think it's so important for first responders so that, God forbid, if the worst does happen, they know what to do.
Commissioner Amler guest lectures for my healthcare regulation class every year, including the year that COVID was starting. She's an inspiration to the students.
I like to think that I'm mentoring the next generation of public health commissioners or directors.
Okay. Thank you. It is this for unwavering leadership and commitment to the betterment of humankind that we award Drs. Robert and Shalita Amler with the William Cullen Bryant Award for demonstrating formative leadership in healthcare, science, and education. I'd also like to present you this proclamation. Thank you. From the New York State Senate, signed by Senator Cousins.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So there's another award that I'd like to give to Dr. Robert Amler tonight, which is the best dressed recipient of the William Cullen Bryant Award in history. Joking aside, the seriousness which Rob takes this is demonstrated about how the way he got dressed up for us tonight. Thank you, Rob. One of the things about a dinner tonight is that we don't always know who's going to be here until we kind of get up. So I just wanted to add my thanks to 3 individuals who have been absolutely crucial as partners to New York Medical College over the past several years. The first, of course, is the Westchester County Executive, George Latimer, who has helped the growth of New York Medical College. I don't want to get too much into politics, but George, I'm not sure about how much longer you're going to be county executive, but we thank you and appreciate what you've done for us. The second is Andrea Stewart Cousins, whom you saw in the video, whose district has been redistricted so many times to just include New York Medical College or not include New York Medical College that I've kind of lost count. But regardless of which district she's been in, she's, as you've heard, been extraordinarily supportive of everything that we've done. And finally, Dr. Mitchell Katz, the CEO of the Health and Hospitals Corporation, is here with us tonight. Celebrating, of course, Dr. Chu, but also I need to acknowledge the enormous debt and gratitude we have to the Health and Hospitals Corporation. Just like Dr. Chu, my first clinical exposure was at Jacobi and at North Central Bronx, and there were no better places to learn medicine and to help society take care of patients. So thank you for being here, and thank you for the collaboration with New York Medical College. And now back to our MCs.
Thank you very much. Thank you again, Dr. Kadish. Okay. Okay, before I introduce our next speaker, I want to remind everyone that the silent auction will be open until 9 p.m. Now, please welcome Dr. Solomon Amar, Senior Vice President for Research Affairs for Touro College and University, and Vice President for Research at New York Medical College, to present the Melvin H. Amler Prize for Innovation.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Vilma. Congratulations, Ed, for the tremendous accomplishments. It's a pleasure of being a colleague, and I share all the congratulations and accolades that were said to you this evening. Sherlita and Rob Amler, congratulations also. I join all my predecessors to congratulate you. It gives me a tremendous pleasure to introduce today and to award today the Melvin H. Amler Prize for Innovation. It comes to celebrate the enormous accomplishment of Rob's late father, Dr. Amler, in regard to all his pursuit of entrepreneurship and his pursuit into innovation. As a seasoned scientist, funded by the National Institute of Health with numerous awards, numerous papers, he was at the forefront of dentistry when we all thought that dentists are a second-class citizen. And here we are. We were awarding to Dr. Amler the Prize for Innovation. He has done tremendous progress, and he's pushed the needle in innovation significantly. And for me, it's an honor, and I feel very humbled to be able to be here and to deliver this award. We created this award specifically to capture the accomplishments and innovations associated with Dr. Amler. Here, this is the second year that we award this Prize of Innovation in collaboration with New York Medical College. Competition was very, very harsh. Several papers were presented. I'd like to acknowledge all the research committee that reviewed all the abstracts. And it was a difficult decision. We wanted to make sure that it is capturing the philosophy of late Dr. Amler in awarding innovation and entrepreneurship associated with all the students that presented their paper. The Amler Award and the winner is Dr. Danielle DeGeiser on the paper Pharmacological Blockade. Pharmacological blockade of GPR 75 in the prevention and the reversal of diet-induced obesity. It's a significant accomplishment. The competition, as I said, was extremely fierce. And I'd like, on behalf of New York Medical College, the board, president, and the Amler's family, to congratulate you. The prize comes with a certificate and also a check. I don't have the same suit, but you know, that's the difference. Thank you. One second. Wait.
Money is important.
Here we are.
Congratulations.
All right, congratulations. And we want to welcome our next and final speaker of the evening before he sits down, Dr. Edward Halpern. Come. Chancellor and CEO of New York Medical College.
Well, good evening, everyone. May I ask the members of the Board of Trustees who are with us tonight to please stand and be recognized. Members of the Board of Trustees, please. I would also like once more to recognize the members of the Board of Advisors, if they could please rise and be recognized. May I ask Ms. Bess Chaser and the development staff and Ms. Jennifer Reichert and the communications staff to stand and be acknowledged for once again making a nice party for us. I'm sure we all want to thank our Master and Mistress of Ceremonies, Vilma Bordenaro, and Dr. Michael Krupin for skillfully shepherding all of us on and off the stage. Well, you know what's going to happen now. Now comes the time in the evening where people like you expect someone like me to say something sagacious about the present and future of health professions education. About 25 years ago, an article was published in the Bulletin of the History of Medicine on what I'm about to do, on the history of speeches and publications on the future of medicine. The author observed that for the past 200 years, the most common theme of such speeches is that whatever is the most recent medical discovery will be portrayed as transforming medicine. Therefore, if you were having dinner and asked me to stand before you and discuss the future of health professions education in 1816, I would say the discovery of the stethoscope will transform medicine. If you asked me the question in the 1840s, I would say anesthesia will transform medicine. In the 1860s, Joseph Lister and antisepsis will transform medicine. In the 1890s, the X-ray. In the 1940s, penicillin. In the 1950s, the double helix in molecular biology. In 1967, cardiac transplantation. In the 1980s, HIV. So the entirely predictable answer to the question in 2024 is, I suppose I'm supposed to stand up now and say artificial intelligence will transform medicine and health professions education. And this evening I rise to say that that answer is entirely predictable and wrong. Instead, I wish to defend the proposition from our long institutional history of which we boast, that we ought focus instead on what we always focus upon, striking a balance between changing technology and science and unchanging values, beneficence, justice, equity, and non-malfeasance. That we understand that the secret of caring for the patient is to care for the patient, that we understand that it is only at the confluence of knowledge and values that true wisdom is found, that we understand that articulating eternal truths about medical ethics and humanism is adapted to changing technologies, and that we appreciate that doctors and dentists and biomedical scientists and public health workers and physical therapists and speech-language pathologists delude themselves if they think they are objective scientists residing above the fray of daily life, where, in fact, medicine and science are fundamentally social activities that take place between people in the context of a particular time and place. As Osler reminded us, good doctors take care of a disease, great doctors take care of human beings who are diseased by a disease. I rise this evening to thank our honorees for supporting and articulating those values, to thank all of you for your emotional and financial support of these values at our precious college, where great things have and will continue to happen. Enjoy each other's company. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Halpern. Thank you to all of our honorees and presenters for all of your support of New York Medical College. This is the end, surprisingly, already, of the formal program. So please enjoy the rest of dinner, and remember, you can still bid on the silent auction until 9 p.m.
And please enjoy music tonight from the original Stolen Moments Band. And one more thing, can all the honorees and presenters return to the stage for a group photo, please? Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.